Why, hello there. So I am making this video today because I have made a Patreon and I would like to just briefly explain what I think people may get out of supporting my Patreon. So let's get into it. I have been dissatisfied with YouTube's ad revenue service. I was recently demonetized. You can check the video above if you'd like more information about that. But basically, it is unreliable and you're always at the whim of the algorithm. And I use the ad revenue as a way to purchase new equipment, pay for hosting for Elden Ring lore, and just basically upkeep and continuing to produce better content. And recently, I think the community really built up around the Lore Hunter, and it's been really great talking with you guys, and all of the support put me at a place where I thought I could take a risk and really put some effort into developing a Patreon and see if it's interesting to you. So I labored like fucking crazy to try and make sure, because I don't think that Patreon is necessarily a perfect fit for a video creator like myself, especially when you're like a video creator and you also have like some websites that you run, some like blog type wiki things. Like it's sort of a strange fit there. But I really did my research and tried to make a compelling case where I thought someone would get value and what I would want out of a creator doing what I do and what might be interesting. So I'm not going to go over every tier. This is the website. It's patreon.com/thelorehunter. And I got all this fancy new stuff. I got some new icons. Thank you to Wayne, also on Twitter, on Tumblr as Onside7 for the really awesome looking artwork. It really helps, and I wanted to do that in part for this patron, which has this beautiful Madman's Knowledge, which I sort of adopted as a symbol with these different colors to sort of speak to the chromatic aberration of Bloodborne, but they represent the different tiers. So I have $1, $5, and $10 tiers, and these are monthly. And basically, if you at any of these tiers, you are helping to support me in a huge way, and you are also getting a mixture of credit on videos, and you can look at these tiers for the specifics. You're helping to support EldenRingLore.com, and you get a special role on my Discord server. If you haven't joined, my Discord server is increasingly active with some awesome people, and you get a special color, and you get access to a special Patreon part of the server where I will put up posts and other things. If you don't want to visit Patreon, the actual website for some of those things is often Discord is another easy way to do that. But I've really tried to make it so that as the Patreon grows, that you get even more value, because I know choosing to support creators is tough, especially when there's so many awesome creators out there. And I've tried to provide something so if you like the content I do, you will get more content by supporting me on Patreon. And you will get stuff like access to a special RSS feed for audio-only content that makes sense, in case you've ever wanted to just literally have some of my interviews and stuff up as podcasts. That is a goal. So that's stuff like that I've had in mind to hopefully just make it easier to enjoy the content that I produce and to get more of it should you want that. And so let's go down to the goals. A big thing here is so right now I'm doing these sort of limited series. The Elden Wait is running until Elden Ring comes out, and then I'll be transitioning to something else. But so that happens 3 times a week right now, but that will change with time. And then I have my Elden Ring So Far series, which happens as there is Elden Ring information, and those won't go away, and those are not becoming part of the Patreon. But in addition to that content, my first goal is that at the $20 level, I will do a show called The Hunt, a series of videos where I'm just talking generally about Souls, so it'll easily blend into after Elden Ring comes out and tackling other stuff. So if you like the Elden Wait, it will be a similar vibe, but not constrained just to Elden Ring, but just about Souls stuff in general. And so that one would be a every other week show that I would produce, and it would be a nice, it's a nice, decent length show, and make sure that there's value there. And that comes at $20 per month. For $40 per month, this is when I am now able to pay for the hosting and other costs to make an RSS feed exclusive for patrons so that they can listen to audio-only versions of like interviews and the more audio-based stuff I do. Some of it may not translate perfectly, but I know there's a lot of people who would be interested in essentially a podcast version. So there's that. And at $60 per month, The Pale Blood Moon is a patron exclusive show that I have in mind, where it's, if you enjoy hanging out and doing what we do, this is sort of a variety show which can cover any topics, a variety of topics of video games and other media and just other stuff. And that is just for people who have generally sort of enjoyed what I do and would like an additional show once a month. And so then at $80 is the beginning of a patron exclusive for the $5 and $10 tiers, the Great Hunter and the Excellent Hunter patrons, where I will produce a Let's Play series of Bloodborne where I discuss in depth the game's story, lore, and mechanics while doing so, and probably discuss other things. But it is sort of what you've heard for some of my ramblings, but at the length of a Let's Play where I'm specifically digging into Bloodborne while playing through it. And this is something that has been asked for as well, so I'm hoping that there's some value there. So this would be exclusive for the $5 and $10 patrons. And then at the $100 tier, $100 per month tier, I would produce the show I talked about for the $20 tier, The Hunt, which will cover Souls, and that would become weekly instead of every other week. And for all of this, patrons will be able to get early access a couple days early for this show as sort of a thank you for the support and making it possible. Because I didn't want to bar too many things from being exclusive to Patreon, because I still want to produce video content that everybody can enjoy, especially if there's stuff to glean, while also recognizing that those who choose to support, I want to go the extra mile because you are helping to help me make more and better content, and I appreciate that. So, and then there's posts and extras that will come up. You can't watch that. That is to unlock if you are a patron. But those are some cool images that Onside 7 helped me make. So there you have it. Hopefully I am a terrible salesman, horrible salesman, and I have really tried hard to value my work, but also to feel like I'm providing value, because this could really help elevate what the channel does. And if you enjoy what I do, any of these tiers will help you enjoy more content. And the more of you who join and the more that I'm able to receive, there'll be even more Lore Hunter content, which is amazing because I would love to do more. And this extra stuff will make it easier. It'll help my workflow. It'll make me easier for me to produce more content and to do better content. And I find that super exciting, especially as we theoretically get closer to Elden Ring coming out. Should I say that? I'm really bad at holding stuff back. So those goals aren't the only goals. I have other things planned as that Patreon hopefully increases, but one thing I would really like to do, and it's sort of something I'm kind of planning on doing regardless for patrons, is when Elden Ring comes out, to put up a full blind Let's Play for patrons for Elden Ring. So I'm still going to be doing this like water cooler impression series for each area, but I think if my patron, one thing I would really love to do is use Patreon as a good excuse, good motivation, good pitch to my partner who would have to deal with me doing a full blind playthrough for Patreon as a Let's Play. So that's something super exciting that I would really like to do. So it's not up here yet. I haven't quite figured out that I would like us to have more Elden Ring information, but is a good reason to support Patreon. If you're following me for Elden Ring content, there will be tons more for those following, and I would make that available probably for all tiers, not just the $5 and $10 tiers. like with the other Let's Plays that I have up on the Patreon right now. So this video has gone on far too long. I have this is like my third take. I am excited to do this Patreon, and at the same time, you know, I just want to create cool video content, and if you want to come along with me and do that, awesome. And if not, you know, it is what it is, and I'm going to continue doing cool video stuff, but this will only make for more and better content. And you know, either way, thank you guys so much for sticking around and forming a great community, and you know, I will see you for the next Elden Wait.